We are live. It is 2:01 Central Standard Time in the United States, 8:01 GMT, BST. God darn it. The UK. It's BST. But it's summertime still. Just cover a couple more, about a month or so, probably. Yeah, it's okay. And here's the thing that we mentioned that before. In the US, when we go to summertime or we go spring forward or fall back, whatever, we don't call it a different time zone. It's still Central Standard Time. Sorry. So we don't do that, but where the UK does GMT, BST. It's fine. Anyways, it's the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe.
Hey.
And coming to you live this 17th day of August, 2025. I screw up the intro because I always make a mistake. Actually, about 4 out of 5 times I get the time zone right. Every once in a while, I'll still say GMT.
It's not bad. 4 out of 5 is not bad.
No, and the problem too is with my work. A lot of my work, one of our funny thing is one of our logs that gives us data for our application is in GMT. So
really?
we have to kind of because it's kind of a computer thing. It's like epoch timestamp. It's like GMT. So it's really kind of sucky. It's because then you gotta go 5 hours. 5 hours. Okay, so it sucks. So I'm used to saying GMT, and even when I'm at work, it says GMT. So it tells you, you have to figure out and it's 5 hours to my friend, my colleague I work with, because he's in the Eastern, he's in Boston, I'm in St. Louis. So for him, it's 5 hours.
Really mess you
6
up.
hours. Oh, dude, time zone is a thing in my life. So yeah. So that's why I think a lot of times I messed up the GMT BST thing, because during the week I keep seeing GMT, and that's what messes me up. And I just generally am not a very good host, and I don't do a lot of research, and I just kind of generally suck. And I wind up always kind of screwing up the intros anyway. So there you go.
I'd rather you do it than me, mate.
That's okay. So anyway, we are live. And if you notice, Joe is not at home. He is remote. He is with family in Uzbekistan, or I don't know where his family lives. It doesn't really matter. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're in battle.
I don't know where that is.
You've heard of the Battle of Hastings, haven't you?
Yes, I've heard the battle. Yeah, I have.
That's where we are, near there.
Okay, so is that where your family is, like, historically? Like, have they lived there their whole lives?
No,
we've
just got this house for the week.
Okay, so you just
they've just gone and picked apples. Let's just give me a massive apple. Look at that.
Right? Is it okay? It's a little weird. It's a little like
random.
Granny Smith.
I know. Yeah,
it's a little Granny Smithish, but it's all good. And no, Jimmy, I don't have any water handy right now. It's Sunday.
Jimmy's a bit upset because Arsenal beat him today, 1-0. Yeah.
Well, I that sucks, and I know football's huge in the UK.
It doesn't suck. It was brilliant.
Well, if it's a good match, that's fine. I guess my question is I don't know about you, but I would rather lose like 6-0 than 1-0. When you lose 6-0, it's like, okay, you got your clock clean, but you had no chance of winning at all. That team was clearly superior, and they were gonna beat you to death, right?
I'd hate to lose 6-0, to be honest, mate.
Right. I don't want to lose 1-0. That just stinks. It just seemed like you were right there. All you need is one goal to push it, and then you just couldn't get at least one damn goal. That sucks.
It was a tough match.
Yeah, 1-0. That's okay. But as long and I, like I said, we're having I can understand that at least to some degree, because this year, our baseball team is struggling. It's been actually a couple of years where they've just been not very good, and it's really driving people. And actually, it's so bad that attendance is starting to kind of get down, which is interesting, because in St. Louis, usually baseball attendance is really, really high. Usually 3 million people a year, but this last year and this year for sure, it's
dropping.
Yeah, well, I think it's more about, I think the fans are not happy with the fact that the Cardinals aren't very good, or they're just kind of average. But the second thing is, I think they kind of blame management and ownership of the team, and I think that's kind of more of a reflection of, hey, if we don't go to games, that kind of tells ownership, hey, you guys aren't really good. Well, so I think it's kind of
have power, right?
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. So anyway, so Joe is in Hastings, and that's cool. And are you there just till today, or
No, we're here for a week. It's
only
the second.
It's proper holiday. Okay, cool.
Yeah, proper week away. Yeah,
cool. So that's good. So, anyways, he does have Wi-Fi, and actually sounds and seems to be okay. Lighting's a little not great, but it's okay. This is an audio show, and
light.
And yeah, exactly. And whoa, don't do that. That's freaky. That's got some it's got some Queen, album vibes going on. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so and so that way, and it's nice that you were able to join us because, like I said, worst case, when we or Joe are on holiday or on remote location, we try to take a time off because that kind of thing. So the fact that Joe's able to get Wi-Fi, bring his rig with him, and then still connect to the show is pretty good. And actually, it looks pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, it's all right. I think it does the job.
Yeah.
And a laptop camera, but
well, I mean, I have mine. It's pretty good, but I always kind of dial it in because I don't have great internet, so I just kind of make the resolution a little lower. And
Monkey House,
Monkey House.
There. We can't use it though.
Why? Well, because it's 36 Celsius. That's why. But
yeah, plus it just says it's dangerous. Don't use it.
So has it always been dangerous, or is it just dangerous right now?
I don't know. It's an old house, though. A very old house.
So what's like? Why are you there? Is it just because it's closer to where everybody's at?
It's family holiday. So, well, my brother is friends with the owners of the house.
Oh, okay.
They actually live next door. This is like it's got like a tower on the side of it. It's quite cool. Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So, have you been in this house before, or is that just
no? I've never been here before. My brother has though.
Okay. And so, who's there? Your brother. Your brother's done a runner, eh, Reg? Right? No. Okay.
No. So we've got me, my oldest brother Jason.
Okay.
Got my younger brother Matthew.
Okay.
We've got Lauren and Serge, obviously.
Right.
We've got my sister Rebecca, her partner Harvey, and her little one, my little nephew Finley. We've also got my sister and her partner. So yeah, quite a lot of us.
So you have seven. Do you have seven? It's 7 kids in this from your mom and dad, because you said your brother and your sisters.
My dad's been married 3 times, so.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
you got
the same dad.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So that's cool. Mm-hmm. So apparently, it's a pretty big house if you have all those people in one house. That's pretty nice. Yep. I mean, that's kind of a big house for the UK. I mean, I mean, I guess your brother's, whoever owns this home is probably pretty well to do, because that's not exactly a cheap structure, right? But I don't know, maybe in that area, maybe it's more affordable to live in Hastings or suburbs. I don't know how the UK. It's not a huge place. I mean, it's actually smaller than where I live. I live in the United States. Joe lives in the UK. The state I live in is physically bigger than the UK and Ireland, and that's Missouri, by the way. So
that's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. So I guess maybe is it more like, obviously this house, if it was like in London would be probably ridiculous. I mean, completely. Is it a little bit more? I wonder if it's probably more affordable kind of where you are, because where would be the next biggest city that probably maybe an American would know to where you are? Obviously, let's get out of
that. Testing my geography. I'll have to go on maps. I wouldn't even have a clue.
See, that's so weird to me. So like, if I like most places in Missouri, if you told me, hey, if I was somewhere, what's the next major city? I'd say Jeff City or Columbia.
I've got Missouri. VPN, haven't I? So I'm in New York at the moment.
Oh, you're in New York. You're in Staten Island. You're in Manhattan. Good job, dude. Yeah. I love that stuff. You're not there. Anyway, so I'm just curious. And then if anybody knows, I mean, if you're in the chat, it's cool. If you're not, that's okay.
I'll turn the VPN off, and then I can actually check. I'll have a look in a minute. But let's get to some of the tech, right, Sam? So you are really enjoying your Fold, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I've had it about a week now, and I can tell you right now, there's no way, I don't think, at least for right now. Maybe at some point if another device comes up and maybe I want to change of something, but I just cannot see myself going to a slab phone. I don't think I could do it. I've had, obviously I've had the Duo, which isn't a foldable per se, dual screen, but essentially a foldable. And then I had the Fold 5. I had the Fold and the 4 and then the 5. And then I took the break and I was like, well, let's see. I'm going to go back because I do love the Pixel. I was like, let me give this one more chance to go back to a regular phone. And and honestly, I will tell you, the first 6 months I felt I was okay. Like, I didn't think about, the Fold 6 was obviously available, and then obviously the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. So I knew those were available, and I didn't think much about it. And I was like, okay, they exist, but I'm okay. And then, like I said, the software features and now playing and the screen call screening and all that stuff were great. And I love the Pixel camera, all that stuff. So and it was like I was pretty okay. I was like, okay, this is cool. And then the Fold 7 announcement came out, and then the actual launch of the phone, and then the reviews of the phone, and I was like, okay, that was the first time I thought about like, okay, what are you? And I said, okay, let me go ahead and get the phone. I'm going to go upgrade it. And what's cool is I was able to give Kaylin the 9 Pro XL because she had you remember she had my old Pixel 6. She still has that phone. So I was able to trade that in and still get a pretty good deal. They actually gave me a pretty good deal at AT&T. Actually, only lost $150 in the overall deal between the 9 Pro XL. No, and so I gave them. So I just called Kaylin. I was at the store. I said, "Hey, is the Pixel 6 in good shape?" Because she always has a really thick case on it. And I was like, is it cracked or jacked up or whatever? She goes, no, it might be kind of dirty, but it's not broken. I said, okay, cool. So what was cool is I was able to keep the 9 Pro XL, give it to her. So she now has an upgrade, right?
Yeah.
And then I traded in the 6, which is pretty cool. And then I thought, well, because remember, I don't know how O2 does it, but AT&T, you have 14 days to return it. But I never do the trade-ins. I never bring in the store because if you give the phone up, if you decide to return the phone before the 14 days, now you're out 2 devices, right? And you have 30 days to send the phone in for the as long as you do it within 30 days, they'll give you the credit for it. Or if you don't send it in, they just basically charge you full MSRP for the phone, right? And that's it.
Is there a risk though that if they find that it's not to their criteria?
Yeah, I mean that's always, and I've gotten burned on that one time too. I got burned one time on a was it a OnePlus device I traded into OnePlus, and they sent me an email saying, this phone, we quoted you 500, but for some reason there's frame scratches or whatever, so we're only going to give you 300. I was like, So that's the risk you run. Now, traditionally, AT&T is pretty good. I mean, and a lot of times too is, what's nice too sometimes is the fact that, oh man, I totally lost where I was going with that. Oh, I lost my train of thought. I'll come back to it. Anyway, so I thought, okay, it gives me 7 days. Let me use the Fold for 7 days and see how I like it. And then, probably after the first 2 or 3 days of using the Fold and having the foldable and back kind of like to that workflow that I remember from my Fold 5, I was like, that's it. I already knew I was like, nope, I gotta go. I have to have a fold or a flip. Some kind of, but foldable. And I forgot how much I kind of liked. I've always never had a problem with Samsung. I always find their software to be so option heavy that I just was like, there's a lot of features in here that I just will never use. And Samsung's good about that. But I mean, just it's amazing. I'm extremely happy. Like I'm good. Kaylin's great. She's got her 9 Pro XL, so that was good. She's been upgraded. Becky got her 16, so she's good. And so yeah, I mean, I really enjoy it. I've had
Say money wasn't a thing, right? Would you be interested in trying a Pixel Fold, or you think you'd stick?
No, if I could, I will tell you, if I knew that AT&T was going to offer the 10 Pro Fold and the Fold 7, I would wait and then try both out and see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, but the problem is I knew AT&T is not going to carry it because they never carried the 9 Pro Fold, so I know that's not going to happen. Which is kind of, so I mean, it was like it's either buy the phone at MSRP, and I could have maybe traded in the Pixel 6 on a, like, you know what I mean? And I could have, to be fair, and this is a real thing, I could have still financed the phone through Google, Google and their Google store and did all that, and probably only paid like $35 a month. I could have landed the phone. But then it's like, okay, well, then I'm now stuck with a 9 Pro XL that I still have on contract that I got to get rid of. I could have still gave it to Kaylin, traded in the 6, maybe got a couple $100 for it because I don't think Google was going to give me much for that Pixel 6. I mean, AT&T wound up giving me damn near $1,000 for it. I don't think Google is going to give me anywhere near $1,000.
Crazy, yeah.
Right,
no chance.
Right, no chance. So that's kind of where it was. I'm like, I could basically get the phone for essentially, right at $1,000. And the Pixel 6, which is funny because, and I always tell people, it's like, if you're thinking about doing it, you don't have a phone to trade in. If you're doing it with a carrier, go on Swappa, buy a Pixel 7 for $200, and then use that as a trade in, and you'll get $1,000 credit. You're basically getting $900.
So do they sell it like new, or what do they do with that device?
and it's funny because you mentioned that, and I thought about that the last time I traded a phone in, because sometimes like what they do is I think one time they had a thing at AT&T. I don't know, other carriers maybe do this in the US, but it was any phone, any condition. I was like, so you can, but I clearly it's like, obviously it was a set price. I don't know what they're gonna do with that Pixel 6. They're clearly not gonna sell it in a store. I mean, I don't know what they do with the phones. I don't know if they
I think maybe Samsung subsidized some of that.
Oh,
they must
almost
be,
guarantee
right?
they do.
Yeah, they've got to be for that to get that price. It must be what their recycle would normally be plus the subsidized.
Well, oh yeah, I'm sure there's got to be some
that's
kind of
inflated.
There's got to be a deal between Samsung and carriers, right? Samsung and Verizon and AT&T. And I'm sure in the UK, O2 and EE and all them, they have their own little deals.
Enhanced recycles, yeah.
Right. And so I don't know. I mean, maybe if it was like an 8, like if I would have traded in the 9 Pro XL, they probably would have put that thing into service again. Probably would have sold as a refurbed device and got in there. With the 6, with the 6, I don't know what they do. I don't know are they allowed to sell that, like take phones and sell them. And I think, and I don't know, because and that might be an interesting kind of like deep dive one day if I ever have some time to kind of figure out like what do carriers do with these phones, like in the US? Because I always see, because if I go on Swappa, I'll see that there are like there's like people who have like Swappa stores, and they look like either small, maybe a local boutique store in a city that always sells like a bunch of like LG Wings and iPhone 14s and Pixel 6s and Pixel 7s and like that kind of stuff, right? I'm wondering if carriers like basically put these up for auction or like in bulk. Say we have 100 of these Pixel 6s and people can buy them in lots of 100 for maybe $40 a pop per unit, and I spend $4,000, I get 100 of these units and I can resell them. That has to be how it happens, because how the hell would these people have 25 or 30 iPhone 14s? Like they wouldn't have that. You're not gonna go on Swap and buy a phone for $200 and try to flip it for $250. That doesn't make any sense. And what is AT&T and Verizon and T-Mobile gonna do? Have 400 Samsung Galaxy S20s? I mean, like they're not going to have all these in there. They can't keep them. And what they should do is, if they can't sell them to those people, they should, hopefully they're recycling responsibly, ecologically friendly, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I'm curious. I thought about the other day. I was thinking, what do they do with these old phones that they probably aren't going to use anymore? I don't really know, and I don't have enough insider knowledge or know anybody who maybe would know. What's up, Sean? How you doing, Sean P? Welcome, sir. Thank you for swinging on in. Appreciate you always, as always. Thank you. So I don't know. That's a good question, because I really don't. I thought maybe with where you're at in your profession, maybe you would have insight on that. But I mean, maybe that's at a corporate level that they don't really talk to regular line.
Well, the thing is, it's different in the UK as well. So I mean, I'm not sure what the US carriers do. I know we recycle and we do like new, depending what the device is,
like a refurb. But I wonder if it's like, does the device have to be with like 2 years old, and they sell as a refurbished?
Yeah, we deal with other brands as well. So there's Gift Gaff as well that will sell refurb as well. So yeah, they'll shift them somehow. Plus, it looks good from a business point of view to have them recycle numbers up. You're doing your bit for the planet. Yeah,
and then Jimmy's talking about you can get refurb models at EE and O2. Yeah, that's cool. And you can probably get them in resellers. But I'm wondering how those resellers, like on the Swappas and those kind of places, they seem to have like, you'll see listings where they'll have like, let's say you're looking at for instance, an LG V60. Sometimes they were there too, and you'll see like 5 or 6 listings in different conditions from the same seller. So I'm thinking they probably have a lot of 25 or 30 or whatever that they bought for $20 a pop, and now they're trying to sell for $80 a pop. And there's people like me that maybe would look to get an old LG device, or some other people who are big fans of our channel and we're fans of their channel who like LG devices. We're not going to say who it is. It's Eric. Easy Computer Solutions. Anyway, so I'm not going to name drop. But anyway, Eric likes his LGs and he likes his Unihertz. So, it seems like they always have those kinds of bulk sales, as it were. So I'm wondering I'm wondering if the carriers actually have,
Eric's got a whole garage of LG devices.
Well, and a lot of these people, I mean, look at Juan Carlos Bagnall. I mean, he's got a shelf, and Evan Blast has got. I mean, most of these people who are reviewing phones, they keep the phones, right? So they just kind of stick them in shelves or racks or whatever. I mean, it's weird. So I did get the eSIM. So this is the first time, and that's another thing that I did differently too, is I usually almost always tell them I want an actual physical SIM cut. I don't want to activate an eSIM. I think the only reason first of all, I got to try to see, well, when Becky did hers on her iPhone, it was eSIM. And so that's fine. And she's not going to switch her phone. So clearly eSIM is going to be perfectly fine for her.
But she has no choice.
Right. Exactly. But with me, I did. And then, so it's like, okay, sure. But then I noticed the other day, I pulled out my old BlackBerry Key 1, and it is an AT&T, right? So it's Key 1.
Yeah.
I still, still have it. Yeah. Right. Old as dirt. It's only running Android 6.0. Ooh. So some of the banking apps don't work and stuff like that, but it is an AT&T variant, so it would work on their network. The problem is there is no way to activate an eSIM on this. So if I wanted,
it's not compatible.
It's funny, and here's the weird part, and I don't know what happened because I didn't do anything. I always had real problems with like the processor on this, lagging. It was painfully slow to launch an app. And I noticed the last time I turned it on the other day, it came on and it was almost usable, which is weird because usually I fought this thing. It powers up and everything, and I love using a BlackBerry, but it was it was ridiculous. And such an old version of Android, for instance, the current version of the banking app I use, it doesn't support anything under I think it's Android 8 is the lowest version.
To be fair, I would say people shouldn't use their banking apps below that anyway.
But there may be times where, like I said, but I might want to use this, right? And get out in the world and start using this. But I'm like, dude, I got to at least. So I think I haven't checked it out. Maybe I can get away with using the browser to see how it goes. But I just noticed that it was it actually responsive. Usually I'm fighting this thing all the time. It's slow and it crashed and it's but honestly the other day I was like, man, this thing's actually running kind of pretty decently. It's kind of interesting. So I still have my BlackBerry. So I don't know. I haven't had to switch phones right now. So and I'm not going to, obviously, but I don't know. eSIM, we'll see how it goes.
I think you've got that for the long haul for a bit.
Oh, for sure.
When I say long haul, as long as it goes with us.
Yeah. Yep. And let's see. I think they want to sell their old to Woot, sell on eBay. An OG Pixel 4 from Woot. Oh yeah, I bought my Pixel Watch from Woot. It was it was an OG Pixel Watch. It was one of these flash sales, and it was I think I got it for $50 or $40 or something. Brand new. It was brand new, cellophane wrapped, the whole 9 yards too. It was pretty cool. I was like, that's not so. Woot's kind of cool. So I guess there's ways that they either can recycle those phones or put them back in circulation and have people buy them. So it's kind of cool. I mean, like I said, I found it to be interesting.
So it's interesting, Sam. So 3 of my siblings have Pixels because I've recommended them in the past.
Right, and now you're off the Pixel train because you're the basic. Where's your Pixel? Oh, they're such a good phone, mate. Yeah,
but to be fair, they are great phones for people. It's just because I've just, as a techie, gone off them at the moment. I would still recommend them though. Do you know what I mean? They're fantastic devices for most people.
Right.
But yeah, that's how we roll.
Right. Well, and I think it's harder if you're an Android person. I think in the UK or the European Union or anywhere that have, especially if you're in China, you have all sorts of options.
Yeah,
right?
Lots of choice there.
But I think really in the US, you only have essentially Motorola, Samsung, and Google. That's really all you have. Yeah, there's OnePluses here and there. Sure, but you can't buy them in a carrier. Yeah, and we don't have Honor.
I know.
I would love to try
in there now, though.
Yeah, I would love to try an Honor device in the US. I would love to try that out. I mean, I had a really good.
It's really hard to hit the US though. That's the problem, isn't it? It's just so hard to make it big there.
And they're not going to. And
No,
that
no, no.
and OnePlus kind of found out the hard way, right? They tried to come in, they had that push
Yeah.
with the OnePlus 8, and they try to get into the carrier stores, and they had carrier option. And these companies that are in China and these other companies, and they're just like, we're not bothering with the US carrier market. It just sucks. And I just think because of that, I think it's just kind of be kind of it's really essentially a 2-horse race, really, between Android and Apple. And then, but really inside the Android space, you have basically Samsung, like I said. And then you got the situation where, like, for instance, I would love to get a 9 Pro Fold or a 10 Pro Fold through AT&T or whatever, but they don't have it. Now, Verizon does. I think
That's
you can.
weird, though,
I think
like,
Verizon offers the 9 Pro, and I think they'll offer the 10. Pretty sure T-Mobile does too, but I don't have them. And I know I can already feel Sean. I already know you're going to say it. I already know it. I got to get off that. I got to get off that train. I know, man. I know. I try. I just can't. And it's not because I like AT&T. It has nothing to do with that. And I know he has seen the light and he has freed himself from the chains that bind, right? The big blue. I get it. But it's whatever. So
when they're doing trade-ins like that, that kind of keeps you, doesn't it?
yeah, but I mean, it's not even that. It's I could have done is I could have just, like I said, there I had right. I know. I knew when I had that conversation. I already knew where Sean was at because we've had this conversation before, and I know how he feels about it. He's very, very clear in his feelings about all that. So yeah, yeah, I love that. That's what I love. You always call it, get off that plantation. Say, I get it. Yeah, I understand. I get it. So, but yeah, it's and I have options, right? I could have just stayed with the 9 Pro Fold XL or 9 Pro XL and then paid it off, and then all that kind of stuff. But it's all good.
You can say where you live, though. That's just what network works best for you. Is that right? Or...
Well, I did try Mint Mobile, and it actually worked pretty good. Mint Mobile worked okay. T-Mobile was a little dodgy, and Verizon. Now, I've never tried Verizon. My work device is on a Verizon SIM, and it's an iPhone. I've never had any problems with cell signal, and actually get 3.5, almost 4 bars pretty consistently on Verizon. So Verizon would actually work. I just don't like. I'm not into their network technology. I don't want to use a Verizon. It's never been a thing for me. I don't want to use Verizon devices. It's never. Again, my bank phone's on a Verizon SIM. It's been fine. I get pretty good coverage out here. So, and T-Mobile's gotten better where I live. So I'd probably be okay. So at some point, maybe, I also want to try Google Fi, because I know a lot of people I've talked to are really kind of, they seem that seems to work okay. But again, that's for pixels, right? So, I don't know. But so far, I mean, and like I said, it's just been a really, I cannot get over how utterly thin this thing. It's so dumb. Like, this is the first time
about the V3 though. Like,
right,
really nice.
Yeah, this is the first time I've used a foldable where I honestly was like, no, this is okay. It feels like a regular phone. When I make a phone call, and the width is pretty good, and so yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, and I've gotten a couple things. So yeah, I'm happy after a week.
In a screen much, Sam?
The what?
You using it in a screen much?
Yeah, all the time.
What would you say your ratio is?
It might be half. I'd say 50-50.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
And then it's funny that was all, and and I will tell you what kind of made it easier for me to use the inner screen. And I will tell you, if you know anybody who's used a Duo, those people probably use their inner screen way more than people who've never used a Duo. Because remember, on the Duo, you had to use you had to open it up every time to use it, right? I mean, yeah, you could have left it in the open posture, which I've tried to do, and it's just weird. I don't do it that way. I will tell you, on the old G Duo where it folded flat, using it in the folded posture, like open, is a lot easier to do. On the Duo 2 with the camera bump, it's not as ideal. So
they've just been for a walk. Look.
Oh wow, it's that just a horse. Yeah, horses freak me out, dude. They just freak me out. Yeah, I'm scared of them. Yeah, long story. Actually, a short story. When I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, when I lived in an apartment complex, there used to be a park, a St. Louis County park near my house called Susan Park. And they had a little small animal barn. They had like horses and donkeys and chickens and stuff like that. And you could kind of go in there and do all that. and they had a horse there.
Mm.
And I walked by one day and it was staying outside the stall, and I just kind of petted its nose like you do. I didn't really touch it. I just kind of tapped it. And that was really, I thought I wasn't messing with it. And then as I walked by, it bit me in the back. I for no reason. It just went, I mean, and I don't know if folks have ever been bitten by a horse. It doesn't feel good. It's not like a dog bite, dude. It jacked. And of course, I'm 8 years old, so I'm like a little kid. And this thing bit the shit out of my back. And so ever since then, horses have been weird. They freak me out, man. And they're just big and powerful. And I don't want to ride one. They freak me out. And then my family, they all love horses. And I don't dislike the animal. I'm respecting it. I just don't want to be near them. They freak me out. So
big shout out to Jimmy's. Give us £4 today.
Yeah,
you need to set up PayPal me because that money goes to Lenny.
Yeah, and I did, and I did reach out to Lenny. Reached out, and we are getting that little bit of those.
Yeah, no, I reached out to him and told him to send you some.
Right, and so Lenny was great, and I miss Lenny. I know he just got his. I think he's got a Flip 7. He seems to really like it, and he had posted a bunch of pictures and. Yeah, and so we always obviously Lenny is what kind of was the impetus to bring this show together, because this was the Purposely Pixel podcast, and we did our thing, and now he's kind of like done his own thing now, and but Lenny's been great. And he reached out to me a couple of weeks ago, so don't worry, Jimmy. And anybody who sends that, we get the money. However, I think YouTube says like 30% of it, so we need to find a better way to coffee or buy me a coffee that goes. So we need to do that. We keep saying every week and we don't do it because life happens. So
I've set up mine, but for PSC. But
of course. So how's that been going? I was going to ask you about. That's a good segue.
Well, no, our first episode's on the 1st September, so we've only done a sort of little introduction on how things are going to look.
Right.
But yeah, you can search that out. Phone Show Chat. Should find it on all your podcatchers. Also. The phoneshowchat.uk is the website as well.
Okay. Yep. I mean, I have it on my phone show chat. Just so everybody knows, it's been on my. Yep. There you go, folks.
Is that the new logo? No, that's the old one.
That's the old logo. I'm just saying, but I mean, it's on my podcatcher. I got it, and actually, I know what's funny is I actually used to use Podcast Addict. I've switched to one called what's the name of it? Is it called Castbox? Yeah, Castbox. I kind of like it because I was having issues with, and that was the weird thing about that Pixel. I had two real issues. One, and it seemed like it went away though, but anytime I used wireless earbuds, I would have this intermittent pausing where it would just pause for no reason. It just would pause. Now when I had my Surface earbuds wired, no problem. But I had my Pixel buds, right? I had those Sonys, the WF C510s. And every time it would like disconnect from Wi-Fi. I had nothing but problems with those.
That's strange.
And then after a while, Podcast Addict, I could not get it to run. It would just crash constantly. So I was like, well, I looked around. I ran into this Castbox, and it's actually pretty slick. So I downloaded all my podcasts. Huh? You have?
No, not heard of that one before.
So there's not many. This one's pretty good. So I've been using that, and I of course now I'm on the Fold, and Podcast Addict works pretty good. But I'm kind of testing it out.
Pocket Cast I've heard of. Cast I've heard of.
Yeah, Pocket Cast is good. Podcast Addict.
Do me a favor. Search Phone Show Chat. See if the new version comes up.
Okay, I'll go into. Do I have? I didn't even download it. Oh,
I made the new logo.
Sorry, Podcast Addict. I didn't. Let me see. I don't know if I can search. Oh yeah, I can discover. Let me try to do it. Phones show. Oh, let's see. Oh, phones show. I don't see it. It looks to be the old one still.
Oh, okay. Let me find the new as
well. Here. Well, while we're working on that, so yeah. So
I know it's on Spotify and Amazon.
Oh, I don't use Spotify. Let me look at YouTube Music because I have that, but I don't use the podcast, which is hilarious because I actually have podcast. I use a separate. It's stupid. Now that I have phones, show chat. Okay, let's see.
It's why you're looking for that. One of the reasons I went back to my Honor device is I'm going to the V5 event, aren't I, on the 28th? So you can't find a new one.
Well, this is on YouTube Music, and I searched.
I mean, the old and new should be on there, both.
I don't see it. Somebody else is going to have to try to check there. So, anyway, sorry, I apologize. I kind of.
That's weird.
Yeah. Podcasts. Yeah, I just see the one listing. It just says phone show chat.
Yeah. People might struggle to find it.
So yeah. Are you? Have you guys have our? Is there going to be? I don't want to. And I don't know. We haven't talked about it. Are you going to pretty much keep the same format? Obviously, you're going to go out. You talk about Monday nights, right? Is more of the.
Yes, it's going to be fortnightly.
Right. Okay.
Rather than weekly. We'll still have guests every now and again as well. Probably every other show. One thing we have spoke about is Ted's quite keen to talk about a lot of the phones coming out of China, which he didn't get to do so much before. But mostly it'll be quite similar. We'll talk about iPhones a lot less because neither me or Ted are interested in them.
Right.
But
well, and to be fair, on this show, that pretty much aligns with this show because we don't. I mean, we touch on iPhone every once in a while, but really, neither one of us are really iPhone users and aren't really interested in being that.
We'll have guests that will, and I dare say Steve will guest every now and again as well.
Yeah, I know. He's really a big iPhone guy, which is I find interesting. But I think that's because I think Steve is really good about being kind of open-minded. And I think he genuinely does like using his iPhone. I mean, I think that's not just
oh yeah, he definitely does. Yeah.
That's definitely not just like lip service. He definitely does like his device, so it's kind of cool. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. I can't wait till the first show comes out because I'm kind of looking forward to all that kind of stuff. So
it should be good.
It's pretty cool, man.
Should be good, man.
So anyway, I don't use because they all took it over. I had a Spotify family account, and then I don't know if I got YouTube Music because of that, or just because I think it's because we started the show, and it would just made sense to use YouTube Music because I honestly didn't want the ads on YouTube videos. It's basically what it came down to. And premium gives you all that stuff, so I think that was kind of what it was. I don't think it was because my wife and family took over the Spotify account. The only reason I would have Spotify is for the. I did used to listen to Joe Rogan's podcast pretty often. You can, and folks, I mean, let's just. I mentioned that to one person one time, and they kind of gave me the shady look, and I was like, "Look here's the deal. I listen to Joe Rogan just because I think he has a lot of interesting people on the show. Like, I think he has all sorts of different kinds of folks on the show. I don't care about the political leanings of it. I just find the people he seems to interview to be kind of fascinating to listen to. And the only problem is it's the long form. It's like 3 hours. I'm like, and that's like really a trip back and forth to, from home and back every once in a while. So, and I noticed that when he went to Spotify, you couldn't download his, he just went to Spotify because he has like a deal with them or something like that. So it's okay. But I haven't listened to a Joe Rogan podcast for so long, and it was the only reason why, because it's only the reason I would use Spotify, because between Pocket Casts and everything else, and then also the aggregator I use, those podcasts I can get anywhere between YouTube Music, and then so I just gave the Spotify account to the girls and they use it. I haven't used Spotify in forever.
I use Amazon Music now.
Yeah, I have too every once in a while. I've downloaded music, but YouTube Music for me just kind of works. I mean, it's probably not the best. I did try what's the name of the other one that does losses? Is it Tidal? I think it's Tidal. I tried that for a while, but it was like I can't justify having two different music streams, and I didn't really have really good headsets to capture the lossless audio, and I was like, I don't. Yeah, so YouTube Music seems to work for me.
I can't claim to be an audiophile.
I would like to be. I know Juan pretty much is, but I tried Tidal, and it was just like, well, I don't want to pay for two subscriptions, and YouTube Music seems to do
That's the way life is now, though, isn't it? Sound like literally your TV, everything's all different subscriptions.
Well, and I don't
it's
know
silly, doesn't it?
Right, and the only thing I hate about that is I can understand, like, if you have Netflix or you have Paramount Plus, in the US and stuff. what happens is now is the sports is now being like some things are on like some baseball games on Fridays are on Apple TV, and then the other day, one of the members came up at the club I was working. I think it was a Saturday or a Sunday. It was a weekend day, and they're like, "Hey, there was a golf tournament. I think it was. I don't want to say it's the Masters. It was another pretty major tournament, and they had part of the day was on like a local affiliate, and then the rest of the day was on Paramount Plus." Well, we don't have a Paramount Plus subscription where we're at. So it's like, hey, how come the golf isn't on? You know, because we have a patio bar where people come out and, you know, play golf and they watch golf. I was like, well, because it's on like part of the day was on the regular broadcast TV where people can get it, and then they switch to this Paramount Plus shit. I'm like, it's going to be to the point where, like, in order to watch anything, you're going to have, again, we're in this situation where every Paramount Plus and HBO Max and Apple TV and Netflix and I'm like, and Apple Music. I'm like, dude, it's so irritating because now you're going to basically, everybody's like, oh, when we get rid of cable, we don't have to pay $120 a month for all these cable subscriptions because they give us whatever channels they want. We don't want that shit. Well, now you're going to be paying the same thing 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10. That's what you're going to do. And now it's even more crazy because now it's all completely, utterly disconnected. And now you have to track all these goddamn subscriptions when it's like, I would rather just have the cable service. Yeah, you pay for 130 channels and you watch 30 of them. Okay, well, cool.
But now there's like different levels, right? Different tiered levels. So you pay.
Yeah, and then you got Paramount Plus and Paramount Basic. And right. And then you got it sucks. And then and somebody told me that they had one. I think it was on a car. They've done a subscription service on I think it was a Mercedes. I can't swear to it, and I'm just talking on my ass a little bit. But he said they have heated seats.
You said,
but
never.
All the time. Anyway, when you bought the car, you actually had heated seats for the first like 6 months. It was part of like the introductory thing.
Yeah.
But in order to continue to have heated seats in this car, you had to pay for a subscription to pay for heated seats. I'm like, you know what? That's when we've completely lost our goddamn minds.
That should be standard. Like,
honestly, I don't have heated seats in my car, and my wife gets irritated because she has heated seats. I just think heated seats should be on a subscription.
No, they shouldn't be. No.
Either you have none of them if you're like me and you're like, I don't really care, or you actually have them. And now they have cooled seats, which I don't know. Have you ever been in a car that has like cooled seats? Like that's weird. It's like
we don't do cooled stuff here in the UK.
Right. We don't stay cool in the UK. We just heaters. We don't do
we
cool
just heat stuff.
So in the US they have heated and ventilated. Well, they don't call them cool. They call them ventilated seats. I know it's just weird because you feel like inside the thing, it's like a little web. You can feel the holes in the seat material, and it feels like just kind of a breeze. It's weird. I don't like it. Heated seats are great, right? Heated seats are hardware you paid for. Absolutely. Full self-drive should not be a subscription. Either you pay for it and you have it, or you don't have it, right? And so I don't know. It's one of those things where I just kind of go, it's cool. So. I don't like the subscription service. I think that's just going to be kind of you're basically paying instead of $100 a month, you're going to be paying $10 a month or $15 a month for 8 or 9 different subscriptions to all these services to watch shows because they're all over the place. Like, and then that's the other thing too is you have to like, hey, somebody says, hey, you should watch this show called X, whatever the show is, right? And you go, okay, cool. Well, what's it on? Apple TV. Well, I don't have Apple TV. Oh, well, if you want to watch this show, like all the Star Treks. Like, you know, those new series, the Star Trek, the reboot or whatever. It's on and I'm like, did we get Paramount? We did get Paramount Plus or something. I can't remember what it was, but it's like, I don't even want to watch. Yeah, it sucks. Wheels is a subscription. Oh, dude, Simon, if that happens, I'm not driving. I'm just going to start taking a bus. Wheels. Yeah, it's all good. Anyway, So you said you have family. Are they gonna? You said are they around? Do they want to say hey?
Yeah, I don't know. If anyone want to say
let's start bringing people on, man. Let's see all Joe's family. Because
anyone want to say hello?
Oh, come on.
They're being shy.
It's okay. You're just talking to an American.
You know, that time of day,
it's raining like crazy. It's okay. Just take the camera and start aiming at random ass people. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, you probably won't see him. Like the camera's not that great.
Right. It's okay. It's just a blur. It's like, hey, that's Joe's brother. Yeah, that's okay. Well, like I said, just let them know that if they want to come on just to say hi, there's like literally 4.5. There's like 7 people watching, and maybe 90 people who are going to download this. They're not going to be on the full
exactly.
TikTok internet, so it's okay.
Yeah, they're all chilling. Actually, they're all on their phones. Literally, every single one of them.
You should take a picture of everybody to send to them. Like, look at you. We're gonna have this family trip, but everybody's gonna be on their phones, and nobody's gonna actually talk to each other. That's kind of cool.
Well, no, what it is, we're going to be playing some board games soon. Once I come off here.
What kind of board games are you guys gonna play? Like Risk? Is that what we're doing?
We decided what game we're going to play.
Cult Express.
What?
Cult Express.
Cult Express.
Cult Express sounds fun.
Yeah.
That's awkward as hell.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of board games here to choose from.
The one you all are going to play is called Cult Express.
Cult Express, yeah, apparently.
C-O-L-T.
C-O-L-T.
Oh, not cult, like C-U-L-T. Oh, I thought you were going to do some Heaven's Gate
C-O.
shit. Okay.
No.
It's Cult Express. Is it like a card? No. Is it card game? Like what's the basis?
I have no clue.
I've never heard of it. No clue. Fantastic. Well, we'll go to the Google.
We've got quite a few here. If you've heard of Ticket to Ride, haven't you? You've heard of that one.
Let's no. I don't think so.
Oh, I thought we'd discussed that one before.
I think we may have. That's true.
Just so funny. It's a tech
Cult
podcast.
Express.
We're talking about board games.
This sounds fun. A railway themed board game. Okay,
the railway theme. Sam says it seems fun.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, that looks. Pretty cool.
My brother knows board games, so
play. Yeah. Okay, this is cool. It's a.
My sister does as well.
American. Well, I guess they have. Yeah, it's a railway themed board game, developed in 2014. So it's kind of older, but it looks pretty cool. The box cover looks kind of neat. Oh, okay. That looks cool. A railway themed board game. Okay.
That's something that's gone from like the youth, isn't it? They don't play board games, and it's so much fun.
Oh, dude, nothing's better. Me and Becky, and I'm going to show you. So, we play. Well, we do some board games every once in a while. Actually, we haven't played a board game in a while. We have this one called. It's called Yam Slam. It's like
Yam Slam.
Yeah, it's like a dice game. It's basically it's like think of like it's kind of like Yahtzee. I don't know if they have Yahtzee.
Like a Yahtzee type. Yeah, of course I know. Yahtzee,
yeah, it's basically right. and it comes on a board and you get these chips. So basically you have like 2 pair, 2 of a kind, and then you have like if you get 5 of a kind, it's called Yam Slam, and you get to roll again. It's just a nice little board, and we bought it at a place. We were out walking around. It was kind of cool. So we do play board games, but yeah, that's the thing that a lot of people don't do anymore. Board games are kind of fun. A couple
that we played today.
Yeah, what do we got? So I did look up. Yeah, I look up that one. So Colt Express looks pretty interesting. Guillotine. No, guillotine. It's no.
Guillotine.
It's not Nope. Guillotine. That's okay.
Guillotine. Never had a guillotine.
Nope.
You know what guillotine is, though, right?
I do know what a guillotine is, and if it's French, it's guillotine. There's no L. It's like, last night one of them. I was at work and at the club, and one of the members said, "Hey, man, I'm looking at the soup. It looks pretty good. It's Vichai Swase." I was like, "Oh, you mean Vichyssoise?" Yeah, it's cold potato soup. And he's like, "What did you say?" I said, "Cold code names." Okay, that's cool. Top secret. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got loads down there though. That's just 2 we played today.
Have you ever played games that I used to play? There was a game. It was a Three Stooges game, but it was a VHS game. So you would watch a clip, and then you'd play a board game based. It was like a card board game.
I had a Star Trek one like that.
Yeah, those are kind of fun too. If you've ever played those, I kind of like where you have the interactive ones where it's like. Yeah, you played a VHS tape. It says go to this session. You watch the thing, and it has. Yeah, it was kind of cool. The only time I've ever done it was a Three Stooges game, which is kind of weird. But Guillotine's pretty cool. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. So that's kind of fun. So will everybody play? And I don't know. Is Saoirse?
I think most of us are. No, Saoirse's in bed now.
Oh, she's crashed out. Okay.
Yeah.
Lauren's gonna play. Okay.
Lauren probably won't play. She don't tend to. She did play today. She did play code names with us.
Yeah. So what's that? Is it like a card game?
Yeah. So it's like so you have 2 teams, and you have like a load of words. One side will have a set of words, that the other people need to guess.
Mm.
But like say cat and dog. I'm just simplifying it. Cat and dog was 2 of your words. You might say pet, and
Yeah.
then they'll have to put the marker down.
Right.
Guess that dog was
Oh,
there.
it's almost like Pictionary or something like that, where
It's-
you basically have
Well, it's a bit more
I
complicated
can't-
than that, but
Yes.
it's
There it's better. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
You should
it's not
play.
really
What you
focusing.
ought to play is. Do they have that? What's that? What's the game with the cards? Terrible. It's like Cards Against Humanity or whatever.
Yeah, we've got Cards Against Humanity. We've played some.
Yeah,
Bang.
that's a terrible game to play with anybody other than your close family. Or I would not play with I would not play
heard of
Cards
Bang?
Against Humanity with Bang. No, I've never played that.
Yeah, Bang.
Is it pretty
Yeah,
much the
Bang's
same
good
thing?
fun.
Yeah.
It's a dice game.
Bang.
Yeah, Bang. A dice game.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
fun.
Oh, it's called Bang. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, they want $115. What the hell? Oh, never mind. Is this it? Hold on.
Just
Let's
say
share my screen.
that's a bit much.
Yeah, no shit. I was gonna say. Is it this?
What's that?
Is it this?
It's not coming up for me yet. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay. Another. It looks like it's got a kind of a Western theme. You Brits love this American West shit. Between the railway game and this Bang dice game, this looks like some American
Games-
Western.
Yeah, they tend to have that type
Yo,
of fantasy.
Desperado
of some
kind of
sort,
shit going on. Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Let's see. 5-sided dice and 9 Indian arrows. Oh, that's fantastic. It's
Yes. So if you get an
Okay.
arrow, you lose a point.
Oh,
Yeah.
and there's other ones. Oh, they have there's a bunch of dice games. Here's a game you need to play right here, dude. Booty dice. That's fun.
Booty dice.
It's actually booty, not like your booty, not a butt. It's more like booty, like
I know,
treasure
I
from a
know.
pirate ship. It's fine. It's for kids. Apparently,
I know.
ages 8 and up.
I got excited for a second.
I know. So did I. I saw booty dice. I'm like, okay, well, what the hell's going on here? That might be
Mhm.
fun if you have some. You have a couple cocktails. You're a few pints
Bean
in. And you
boozled, yeah,
want
I've
to get
played
into
that.
some booty dice. I'm just saying, it might be pretty good. Okay. Well, enough of that. Let's go back to actual tech.
Yeah.
So, I guess we have what? What do we have coming up as far as? Well, I don't know why we're even having a show or any event. What's the 20th? Is that the Google I/O? Is that the 20th? Where they're gonna?
Yeah, 20th. Yeah.
I mean, do we really
Um,
need? Do we really need an actual proper event? Because they've leaked all of it, right? You know,
I'll just watch the highlights, to be honest.
what do you think about the thing that I've seen about the eSIM? Right, so they're going to have some eSIM changes like Apple. Did you see that? Somebody said that.
Yeah, hopefully that's just in the US, but yeah, it's just Google copying Apple, isn't it? Really?
Right. Well, yeah. Well, of course, with the headphone jack and everything else. But I know in the UK, so the eSIM thing is not as flushed out in the UK, correct? It's not.
No. So iPhones you can have a physical SIM still if you want.
Right.
It's not forced upon us yet. I think it's inevitable. It's going to happen, but not yet.
Yeah, and
Thankfully.
right. The 20 that is true. And yep, Jimmy, it is this Wednesday. So I guess my question is, do you usually watch those like keynotes or whatever? I don't watch those generally.
I won't this time around because I'm away with family. And do you know what? I find that watching the highlights or like a lot of the channels do great highlight reels of it afterwards. So I'll probably catch one of them. Get the gist of it rather than all the boring bits in between. I will definitely check it out though after.
Yeah.
It's different if he was actually there. Then it's more exciting, right? But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I just what's funny with Google is they almost always it's always the same situation where they're just like, there's no reason to even go to the keynote because they've leaked every single thing. It's like I know other manufacturers, you get leaks, but there's still some things in the what they're discussing is pretty good. But it seems like Apple, it seems like Google, when it comes to their Pixel devices, everything is literally out before the actual keynotes. I'm like, why would anybody want to bother watching when they already know the details? And apparently, some of the people are really kind of upset about the hardware choices. I mean, I don't know about the G5 being on TSMC. People saying, well, hey, if it still overheats, the modem still sucks, and TSMC is not that great. Is it more of a tensor problem, or is it more of a manufacturer problem? Like,
yeah, let's see. Let's see.
I don't know.
I think we need to let people try it out and see what it's like. I'm hoping they've made improvements in them areas because they need to big time.
Right. DTL, welcome, my friend. I legit stopped. Yeah. I think, and you always know when a keynote ends because that's when all the videos start going. I start getting notifications out the ass. And TK's does an amazing job. And a lot of people do.
He does,
I think, and also if you're a Google person, Shane Craig does a great job. Oh, speaking of Shane, so I'm going to put a plug. I did reach out to Shane in an email to try to see if I can get him on the show. He's not responded. Yeah. That's okay. He did have a couple of things. He talked about, this is a Etsy, and I don't know, do you have access to American Etsy people in the UK, or is it all UK people in Etsy?
I think we do. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, he had made a copy. He made mention of a kind of a stand that is apparently somebody in Ohio is 3D printing stands. So it's cool. Yeah. It's basically it's a stand. It's 3D printed. It's like that plastic, real dense plastic. Has a Qi 2 charger, but it's for a fold because if you notice how the charger is kind of offset because on a fold, the charger. So it's a little dock. Oh, that's fine.
That's a nice picture.
So, anyways, it's really nice. Yeah, and it was $35. So if you have a Fold 7, and I saw it was like $35, it's pretty good. And he has a bunch of little apps that he talked about. And the other one too that I really like is it's an app, and it's kind of weird. So I'll show people. So it's like an app here, and you swipe from this side, right, and then it gives you a cursor for the top. So you can kind of pick. That's kind of cool. And it's called, what was it called? Oh, man. Quick Cursor. So for folks that, so again, if you have a foldable phone and you're looking on software and hardware and things that support the foldable phone, please do me a favor, folks. Go to Shane Craig. ShaneCraig.tech is his actual website.
Did he not call himself Scare of Little anymore?
Well, I as far as his website, it says Shane Craig. So it's ShaneCraig.tech. He does do Scare of Little, but I think he's kind of basically, I think he may be kind of transitioning from that a bit.
Yeah.
Right. It's Shane Craig. And so he does. So if you are in that foldable life, or if you want somebody who really talks about foldables and reviews them and really is kind of like, so yeah, Shane Craig Tech. It's ShaneCraig.tech is the name of the website. And so he had this, and then he has other kind of things, and so check him out. He's really good. And so I did get the stand. I got it Friday. It's fantastic. It charges the phone. Qi 2 wireless charger was built in. $35. Etsy's pretty cool. Have you ever really used Etsy that much? I don't, because it always seems like people just making weird, crafty kind of stuff, and I'm like, I don't know.
That patch lab that Galen's got that you never did pick up.
I never got it from him. I haven't talked to Galen in a while.
That was from Etsy.
So I mean, I just didn't know if they had a UK version of Etsy, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So check that out and see if it works for you. And
anyway, we better wrap up because the family obviously waiting to play games. So.
Oh yeah, so let's get out of here. Joe, thank you so much for your on holiday with the family. I know nobody wanted to come on the camera and say hi. That's fine. They're shy.
They've been too shy.
That's okay. We love them anyway. I didn't know you had brothers and sisters. We'll tell them hi and let them know that this crazy American. Yeah,
I don't think
just say hi.
Because did you know why? Because I got it on blur.
Yeah,
let me turn that blur off.
Jesus Christ, turn that blur off.
Turn it. Yes.
There you go.
Studio effects with.
Yeah.
You can see people.
Hello,
on there.
everyone. Oh, look at they're all waving. Holy cow, there's a bunch of people. Hey, everyone.
There's a lot of
How's
people.
it
Yeah,
going?
yeah.
Yeah, there's like all of a sudden it's like this couch and a bunch of heads came up and they're waving. That was cool. So good.
They can't hear you, obviously, because I've got you in my ears. But
I know. Well, tell them you're on with it, and yeah. And so they're. I don't know how they feel about Americans. Realize I'm pretty the prototypical American and a wow dad and everything else. So that was cool. So that was there was a bunch of people there waiting to play games, and they're waiting for you. So why don't you go ahead and take off and enjoy some time with some family and folks.
yeah,
I really appreciate Joe still doing the show on a Sunday when he's with the family. He's on holiday.
of course, man.
So, oh no, man! Like I said, and tell them I'm sorry that I snagged an hour of your time from them, and I realize that I promise for the rest of their holiday I will not bother you at all. They'll just be text messages, and you promise you won't have to get on a video or an audio podcast.
I'll send you some pictures.
Yeah, that'd be cool, mate. So, like I said, so for folks again, Skin Your Shit, extremeskin.co.uk. Check them out. Let them know. Buy some skins. I might get one. Although this blue's pretty cool. I don't want to skin it, but I probably should.
Yeah, that blue's nice. It is very nice.
I need to read. They're really nice. And so that way, Joe, anything else you want to tell everybody? Remember, when's the first recording going to be for the
phone show chat?
Yeah.
So phone show chat, 1st of September, the first episode. There is an intro episode already out, although you couldn't find it, which is a bit worrying for me. There is a website, phone shows chat. So there's 2 S's, phones show chat.uk is the website. You can link it off there as well.
Okay.
But I also do a podcast called Camera Creations, which is linked off Ted Salmon's website.
Cool. So, like I said, check that out and put that in your browsers and check it out. And like I said, mate, we appreciate you kind of coming on. Enjoy your time off with the family. Have some good times and some board game times. And then let me know if those board games are fun, because if I can pick one up and you find one that's really kind of cool, maybe it's only for 2 people, not a dozen people.
There's a few I think you should download on Steam. I'll tell you to download. We could play a few board games. Digital.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's cool. Sorry. Well, anyways, it's getting late there. Why don't you go spend some time with your family? And mate, thanks so much for showing them off and telling them I said hi, and have a pint or 2 on me and just relax and enjoy some quality time with the family. Mate. I know that's really important. And tell everyone I said hi, and we appreciate you taking some time with us today after the show.
I will do, mate.
All right, man. For us, for Joe, for Sam, thank you so much for joining the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe. Be back next Sunday. Hopefully, we'll not be on holiday. We'll be doing our own stick. We don't have a guest, but who gives a shit? We'll just show up anyway and do our thing. So for myself, for Joe, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, download it, listen later, and we love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Don't be a dick. And we'll see you next Sunday on the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe. Thank you, everybody. We love you guys. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.